Hi, this video is for Virgo. This is for the months of April and May 2018 for Virgo. And I'm doing the months April and May together because it took me so long to put out April. But the only reason why it took me so long to put out April is because I didn't want to do the videos during Mercury retrograde, and today Mercury went direct, so that's why I'm doing the video now. So I'm going to be using the Lenormand deck and the Doreen Virtue Angel card. So let's see what's on the horizon for Virgo for April and May 2018. All right. So we have the dog. And we have the journal. So when I see the dog, I see loyalty, I see companionship, I see closeness, I see friendship. I see somebody just, being by your side. Just being by your side. And the journal, when I see the journal, I see writing a story, studying, discoveries, actual journaling, reading, stumbling upon memories, discovering history. So let's see if we can get any clarity for Virgo for April and May 2018. Three of Earth, Six of Air, and Five of Earth. Three of Earth says the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. Six of Air, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So what I'm feeling for Virgo for April and May 2018, I feel like you may either be taking a physical trip or you may be taking a trip down memory lane. Also, if you're taking a trip down memory lane, if it's not a physical trip, and if it's a physical trip, I feel like it's a physical trip with a friend. Because the dog comes out like your road dog. Like you're taking a trip with your road dog. You're taking a trip with your companion. You're taking a trip with that loyal person, that person that's down for you. And if you're taking a trip, you may actually be, writing about the trip, or maybe even writing about being like a travel blogger or something like that, if it's like a physical trip. But if it's not a physical trip, then I feel like it could be actually just like writing and journaling and taking a trip down memory lane, or maybe discovering journals or books or photo albums or something of memories in your family or things like that. But I'm more so leaning towards it either being a physical trip with a friend, and then writing about the trip, like blogging about the trip, like becoming a travel blogger. For some reason, I get blogging about a trip for some reason, and I feel that way because you have the Three of Earth is like the power of creativity. So like when you're like writing and blogging, you're being creative. If you're writing about a trip, you're being creative in the things that you do on the trip, so it's more interesting and people want to tune in about it. And then you have the Six of Air, which is saying things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation. This person and this horse or whatever is actually on a boat. So like maybe a cruise, taking a trip, blogging about the trip, maybe making the transition from what you're doing to start writing and blogging about maybe being a food blogger, maybe being just like a travel blogger, maybe being like a kind of person that does blogging about the new and happening things that are happening around your town or city, and then like kind of including, and like whatever you're doing, you're like including your bestie in it. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's something surrounding like a trip. Like, it's something surrounding a trip. It's something surrounding going on a trip with your road dog, your best friend, like your ride or die. And then just like writing about it. And then I feel like maybe if you, I don't know, this like might set you off, like taking this trip might set you off to breaking out and wanting to do your own thing, like employment wise. And that's why the 5 of Earth is coming up, like fear surrounding money and uncertain self-employment, because it's like you're going into new territory with this blogging, or like maybe even being a travel agent, like an independent travel agent. And it's like you're an independent travel agent or blogger, and you're kind of uncertain about, you know, how much money it's going to bring or whatever. But I feel like this trip or wherever you go, it's going to be like the catalyst for change, like as far as your job is concerned. That's what I feel like for Virgo. I definitely see a trip. I see a trip. I see writing about a trip, or blogging about a trip, or being like getting to the point where you're planning trips for other people, and it's like you do it independently, like maybe even starting starting a travel agency, or doing a blog about traveling with your friend, like a partnership. I just feel like it's like it's a trip that you take with a friend, and then this trip becomes a catalyst for job change, working for yourself. But kind of, you know, you have fears about it because it's like it's something new that you're starting. So you're kind of uncertain about how much money you're going to make from it, or how much money it's going to bring in, and if it's going to be enough to cover your bills and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling for Virgo. Like, I just feel like it's a trip. I feel like it's a trip that is the cause for you to, it's like the catalyst for you to be creative. It's a trip that causes you to want to start to create and work for yourself. It might even be a job. It might even be a, you might even go on a work trip. You might go on a work trip, and you might meet someone who kind of like tells you about a business venture where you can work independently, like where you can become self-employed almost, like, or an independent contractor. And I feel like this is a trip that you take with someone that, you know, it's just like your loyal dog. Like, you're not dog like a puppy, like a dog, like, you know, your road dog, like that person that's down for you, your bestie or whatever, like that. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling for Virgo. I feel it's a trip. You're taking a trip. You're taking a trip. And I feel like it's more so a actual trip, not just a trip down memory lane, but it's a trip that is a catalyst for change, where you start to be creative in it. Like, I think creative in the written form, in with communication. You start to journal about things. You start journaling, like blogging, becoming a travel blogger, becoming a lifestyle blogger, or something like that. You take a trip that causes you to want to get into blogging about different things, or writing about different things, or, you know, something like that. All right, so this is what I see for Virgo for the months of April and May 2018, and I will see you next month. Thank you.